Hey Wargamers, welcome back to the channel Death from Above Wargaming. I'm Aaron.
And I am Kevin.
And we are back again, yet again, and again, unboxing, Kevin.
And again.
Unboxing. There's so many boxes, we just keep doing it.
I know, we'll be here all day, all night.
The good news is you guys get lots of fun content.
One unboxing an hour.
One unboxing per hour. We got the Clan Firestar. Kevin and I deliberated, what should we do next, we thought. Why not a bunch of icons?
Yeah, well, you know, we're going back and forth between Intersphere Clan. I think I like the dichotomy of it. But this one, I think, is a must-have next. It's got a lot of our classic invasion time.
I was actually surprised these weren't Wave 1. I'm gonna say it right now.
Yeah.
I feel like these are... So this is Firemoth, Warhawk, Kitfox, Cougar, and Nova Cat.
Yeah.
Aside from the Cougar and the Nova Cat, which are sort of like Civil War era-esque when I think about them, because I always think about MechWarrior 4, like those top three are like...
Yeah.
Those are like OG.
And the Warhawk.
Such a good one. Such a good one.
So funny looking, but it's so deadly.
It's true. So here's what we're going to do. Guys, we're going to dive in. We're going to open it up. We're going to dig into it, get them on the green screen, show them off, tell you what we think about them. So stick around. It's coming right up. And we're back. dig in, Kevin. Dig in. I think I opened the tape on one side. On one of the sides. This is like one of those puzzle.
I search for secret doors.
I love the. I said it in the last one. I love the line art. This box has the Dasher on it. The Firemoth, very cool.
On the the door.
Yeah.
On the flap.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I do like that because it's featuring, I think with all the boxes, right, one that's inside the box.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll read this.
Although, are all the dioramas essentially the same?
It's
beautiful.
They're different from Intersphere to Clan and the Comstar, but otherwise the same.
We will start as we have in the previous.
A withering fusillade of firepower.
Fusillade.
Clan's technological.
You should really take like an English class because I feel like we're always mispronouncing things.
I don't know.
Tomato.
Exactly. I'm in Northeast Philly, Kev.
So this is the Firemoth.
The Firemoth Prim.
Yeah. So, within the Clan Firestar, we have the Firemoth. That feisty little scout. Impossible to hit.
TM
but if you do,
4 in Alpha Strike.
Wow.
That's crazy. So good.
Is it like the fastest?
I don't know, but this is why we play. This is why we play 1-to-1 in Alpha Strike, because otherwise it moves 26 inches in a turn.
That thing is just like
I'm in your base.
Right, like attach some elementals and just suicide run in.
Exactly. Yeah. Very
there it
cool.
is. There's a strategy.
I mean, it's only 20 points. It basically costs as much as an elemental squad, I believe.
I guess take that one, the
point.
right, with the AMS on it, and just kind of run it in.
Yeah.
Tag stuff and just run away. Hear it. The Uller, also known as the Kitfox. Uller. How would you say that?
I don't know. I mean...
Uller.
It's the Steiner.
Yeah, it's probably Uller, but whatever.
Correct us in the comments.
Yes.
Yeah,
attach a link with.
We'll get into this when we get to the model, but one of my favorite clans. Love the Kitfox.
I was always lukewarm to it.
Yeah, I think it's just such a cool mech.
Yeah.
Cougar, great one too.
Cougar, yeah.
Evokes memories of MechWarrior 4.
Typically
on the receiving end.
Yeah. I do feel like I fought a lot of Cougars.
Yeah, all the time. Especially in multiplayer. Everybody thought they were the coolest. We just nuke them.
And Nova Cat. This thing is just...
This thing was beastly.
Firepower.
Yeah, just so much going on. And then, of course, the
Warhawk.
Just unbelievable.
And I love the Warhawk just for the targeting computer variants. I love that sniping action.
I mean, I automatically hit and kill you action. Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to fight the inner sphere, then just...
This guy's name is Van Stims. That's a great name.
Yeah. That's like a...
Aletha Kabrinsky. I like that name. There's another, just no last name.
Mikessa.
Is that a clan thing where like you have to like earn your last name?
Maybe if you don't have a blood name that's like...
I thought you just had a regular name. I thought you just had a regular name, but maybe you don't have any name. Lynn Roshak. I know that's a blood name. Wooden Brain. Erlishworth. This Thutmose. Oh, yo. Calvin Rossi. He sounds like he was a clan pop star before he became a Nova Cat pilot.
Yeah, that to me sounds like some merc.
Yeah.
Calvin Rossi.
Yo. Rana Kerensky. That's pretty cool. Brandon Howell. Believable name. He's a Sakon of Clan Smoke Jaguar. Just in case you were wondering.
As always, we apologize to actual backers that these may represent.
Yeah.
I think you should start with
my favorite.
The love of your life.
I'm looking at it right now. Now, of course, as all clan mechs, I have none. I only have Intersphere mechs or Wave 1 clan mechs. Yeah. So I have no 3D prints or anything to compare these to. Because all of my forces were Intersphere up until the clan invasion.
From what I know in Mech Warrior, that thing looks just like I expect a...
Yeah, it's a beautiful mech.
Kitfox to appear.
The one thing I really like about this is it's not like super spindly. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's got good proportion to it. The guns on it, like the cannons, are not oversized or undersized, right? I think it's an LBX5 or LB5X, whichever, right? So not too oversized, right? Really nice. I like the gait and the pose on it. Just love this mech.
Yeah, it's a prolific light.
Just so cool. The one thing I want to check...
That's one. It's probably a nice one to have a few of, and you could put it into a couple different forces.
Agreed. I want to go over to Sarna, Kevin, as we did with the last one. I want to look up the point value on the Kitfox. What do you think it is?
Well, I'm sure it ranges. There's probably a variant that's got like all sorts of electronics.
See, not bad. The Prime's only 1,000, which is very good.
Yeah.
Very reasonable. It's 30 tons, so it's light, and it's not that fast. So it's only got a TMM of 2 or a target mod of 2. It only goes 6.9. But yeah, I mean, a lot of the configs are in that 1,000 to 1,100 range. I love that. Because if you've got, we all know clan mechs are expensive. Having some cheap options, very important.
Keyword being options, where some of them have an option that's affordable, and that's usually the one you go with in your lists.
Yeah, right, the one you can fit.
Where this, it's like...
You got a lot of things, yeah, absolutely. Speaking of which, Firemoth, shall we? Let's do it. I'm gonna look it up here right now.
The Firemoth was always one of those ones. I love the design. Not that... So good. Maybe love's not the right word. I just giggle at the design all the time with those, like, arms that are, like, cocked upwards, like they're shooting over cover.
Yeah. And I think that is the intention. I always remember this thing from Mech Warrior 2. Like the old school Mech Warrior 2. It'd be like...
running all around,
moonwalking because it was so fast. 2 ER mediums, which are fantastic. The clan variety, very powerful. SRM4 and SRM6. Mask. I think it's got a Beagle probe. I was looking at the battle value. What do we got here? 1251. It's expensive. It's expensive. Let's look at the A, because that was the one that you liked with the AMS, right?
Yeah. I'm a big fan of putting AMS on some of these later ones just to give them some survivability. But...
The A variant is only 639 battle value, Kevin.
But I'm sure what you get with that is not very much.
Mounts an active probe for detecting and hitting units. The weapon payload was greatly reduced. The Firemoth A only mounts a single streak SRM4.
There you go. So
just an elemental delivery platform.
Exactly.
That's about it. But for 600 points, That's way better than the Alpha Strike point
It's
system.
way better than public transportation.
Way better, yeah, absolutely. And the C is only $7.59, so this thing's actually very affordable. I'm sure it's got paper for armor.
That's the problem with it, I think.
But it's got dual LRM5s and an AMS for $7.59.
That's not bad. That thing you could
that's
just
pretty
pepper
good.
from range
Yeah.
and run around.
Exactly. Right. Drop off some elementals at an objective.
And then run
do
like
something.
hell.
Yeah, then run like hell, yeah. Very cool.
I like that variant. It's probably the one that's in my pending list.
Yeah.
Pre-planned.
Oh, gross.
But right, I mean, this one, again, the design is exactly as you expect. With if you're used to the Firemoth, those arms are just fantastic.
I do love the.
I think I've always
pose.
loved it just because it's not so much that the arms are kind of upward facing, it's that they actually have fists. So it's like, what can you actually grab and manipulate with your arms?
He just runs and just punches. That's how he charges people,
Right.
guys.
I always used to think this one was like one where, like, in the assembly factory, like, the machine started putting on the arms the wrong direction. They said, well, screw it, you know?
Just leave it. They're like, should we retool the factory? So they're like, no. Just
Right.
pretend we meant to do that. That is really funny, dude. Yeah, I don't know why they have fists. That's an excellent point. But, you know, it's to hold the elementals.
Yes.
Hold on, guys. Grab onto my
It just
fingers.
drops them.
It's an awesome miniature otherwise.
Right.
I mean, that's just
Great
design.
rabbit punches, just like a downward hook.
Superman
you know?
punch. Yeah, I mean, just awesome. Love the pose. Very dynamic. Scaled right.
Yeah, and it looks like it's sprinting at its, cannon speed at the moment, which
Right.
is kind of cool.
It's just like, yeah, just
Not
big.
many. Many of them have like sort of that action pose, like they're strutting into the wading into the combat. This one looks like it's already at top speed running.
Yeah, and I see, modability opportunities. Like, you could cut it off its base and, like, have it really, like,
Forward leaning.
Yeah, forward leaning, one leg kicking up. Like, there's a lot of cool things you could do with this. All right.
Let's get into
Cougar.
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 Hi, Cougar.
I like it. I mean, this is, I had a similar reaction when we looked at this the first time.
It's one of those ones that I've never been too impressed with.
It's cool. I like the rake on the top. I mean, I think the definition around the armor plating and everything is very cool. I think the gun barrels are very cool. But the mech is the mech, right? I mean, there's not
What are
too
those?
much.
LBXs?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, I think they're lasers on the Prime, but let's take a look, shall we? We'll go to Sarna. Let's take a look, Kevin. So the Cougar Prime, 2 large pulse, 2 LRM10s.
Wow.
Now you all know I love clan
Large
pulse.
pulses.
Yeah,
Woo.
but this thing's a fortune, 1500 BV,
Wow.
1485, for a 35-ton mech, which that's a lot. But
Right. Even if it's fully armored, that's not gonna hold out too long to make maybe 2 large pulse lasers worth the value that they cost.
yeah, I mean, you can hit so far away though with large pulse.
Yeah.
With the clan ones, I think they shoot like 20.
They're nasty.
20 inches, is it?
Probably the best weapon in the clan arsenal.
I think it's the best weapon in the game, personally. I mean, was it you I was playing against, and you had the one that the gargoyle
No, it was
or something,
Yeah.
and it was just like, you're like, I hit you, and
Right.
you're dead.
On the top of it, it had the 2 plasma
Yeah,
cannons.
that's the one. That's the one. But
Which is sort of like, I don't want to rehash that bat rep, but
it cuts me here. That was a good one. That was a good fight. But yeah, I mean, I like it. I mean, I would use the mini. I mean, it's, again, it doesn't have the same, like, heartstring pull that the other ones have, but
Yeah.
from a design perspective,
I think from a tactical play, though, you could definitely take advantage of those large pulses, and like you were saying,
Yeah.
just snipe the heck out of
Yeah.
whatever's coming at you.
it's a cool mech. I think they did a nice job with it. And, I think from a scaling perspective, if you put it next to the Kitfox, you can see there's a little bit of size difference there. Not too much, but enough to make it believable that one's
And did you say there's streaks that it also has?
LRM10s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So this thing's, it's like our style of play.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm wondering if I should paint this in inner sphere colors, like salvage mech, so I can use it more, because I very rarely play my clan forces. Can't help it, inner sphere for life.
If that thing ends up in Avatar Night, then...
It could happen. It could happen, guys.
then I am making a Warhawk Redstone Ranger.
I mean, you can do it. Did I show you I painted a gladiator in my Winfield Brigade colors? Or not a gladiator, a gargoyle. Very
Fair
cool.
enough.
You know? Listen,
Now
in
this
the
one.
old clan era, anything happens, Kevin.
This one has always looked odd to me,
Yeah.
but quite appropriate. It's
Yeah.
just like you just expect this thing to be perched on a mountaintop. The shadow. What is this one? The shadow.
The Nova Cat.
Nova Cat. Yeah. I knew it's one of those cats. I was thinking
Yeah.
Shadow Cat.
Yeah.
That's
the other one. Yeah, Nova Cat, 2 ER PPCs, 3 ER large on this guy.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. And I don't know what the battle value is. I'm sure it's 12
Absurd.
billion. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least 12 billion.
Just on the weapons alone.
I'll look while you're giving your reactions to it. But my initial reaction is similar to the Cougar, where it's not like overwhelmingly detailed like some of the other ones that we've seen. But it's also detailed enough where it really cools. And I think
it's got kind of awkward shoulders, but I think with the barrels what is it?
2,500.
Whew, that's just too
It's
expensive.
like a whole inner sphere light lance.
All right, that is the Inner Sphere Direct Fire lance. But I think it's just if you're going to be using a sniping build, that one just fits the bill, right? Mm-hmm. It's like the.
Mm-hmm. I do love it. I mean, I love all the heat sinks.
It's just a gunslinger,
It's a gunslinger.
And I think this one actually has really cool legs. I like those.
The weird inverted.
Yeah.
They're not quite chicken legs. I think they're like dog. I thought they looked like
they're
dog
like goat
legs. Goat legs.
Yeah.
That's like a dog leg. I don't know. Not good with these things, Kevin.
Dogs, goats.
It's all the same. Is it really different? So, yeah, happy with them. Let's get to the Warhawk. I'm excited about it. So I will tell you my first impression of the Warhawk, Kevin.
Tell me.
Was mediocre.
Oh yeah?
But I will tell you that this particular one that we pulled out of the box looks slightly different than the first one. The first one that we pulled out, the arms I think were tucked in a little bit more.
When you say the first one we pulled out?
When Tom and I were going through them in the other box.
Compared to another one, it's slightly
deformed? And maybe it, not deformed, but I think like the arms could be bent out a little bit, because there's a little flex to them. So I'm going to go back to the other one and take a look at it, because it almost looked a little too narrow to me. This one, however, has a little bit more heft to it.
For some reason, I'm okay with it. I mean, just because it has such like a boxy torso profile.
That's exactly what Tom said too. He's like, it's like a vending machine. And I was like,
yeah, it just, I don't know. I kind of picture it being very awkwardly posed.
That's funny.
Because it's just like focusing on that long range firepower.
It's just like, how can we put 4 ERPPCs on legs?
How can we put a turret on 2 feet?
It is really cool.
And let it target the moon.
So, I mean, here's what I love about this mech. And you said this in I think the last deep dive. They have all that iconic flavor, right? The original flavor, but it's just reinvented.
Right. And it was such like in the classic art, Sculpt, whatever you want to call it, one of the really ugly ones.
I like the real flat. Yeah, I agree.
And somehow they managed to carry that same profile forward, but not make it look. It
doesn't look ugly anymore.
Right. It's characteristic. You're like, oh yeah, that's a Warhawk, but
yeah,
it's not so ugly. Those barrels are quite intimidating. They're huge. I mean, those are some pretty big. I mean, what is it? It's like 4 ERPPCs.
An LRM-10.
Or some of them is just like a couple large laid pulses, possibly.
There's a variant, certainly with.
Yeah. Either way, it's built to just
murder. Yeah, it's a murder machine. Yeah. I hate the person on the other side
of
the table.
It's built to destroy planets.
It's the Death Star. It is really cool. I
do can get quite expensive. I know, like the targeting computer one gets pretty high up there, but. It's one that's arguably worth paying for because you could just have that camp.
We looked at it in Battlelytics and it did a ton of damage. I mean, it was in the high 300s, I believe.
Yeah.
One thing I'll say about the Sculpt that I really like is the pose and how it's like taking a step, but it almost looks like it's taking a very slow, like just kind of purposeful.
That's what I'm saying. It's doing exactly how we describe it.
Right.
It's just camping an objective. Just I've already destroyed the guy in front of me. Now it's turning to focus on the next.
Yeah, it is. It is a really cool, really cool mech.
I'm excited for that one.
And this one could be a star. This could be like a first buy. I think. If you don't have the Wave 1 ones, I think some of the Wave 1 ones are very good as well. But think about it, if you buy the Clan Invasion box, right? You get Timberwolf, Adder, Nova.
Right. Solid choices
Gargoyle.
Up and down the weight spectrum is what you're saying.
Right. You get in that thing, and then you can fill out with, with this stuff, right?
Yeah. I think the only thing that you'd have trouble fitting is that the Nova Cat.
This thing.
Just,
Beast.
It's probably the most expensive. It's probably more than the Warhawk.
I actually think the Warhawk is almost 3,000, if not. No, it can't be. That's the Behemoth. Let me see.
One of the variants for sure is up in the 3s.
Warhawk. Let's take a look on Sarna. Thanks again, Sarna. $31.94, Kevin, for the Prime. That's expensive. But only $2,300 for the A variant, which is 2 ER large, an LBX and an LRM-15. Has so many different variants.
Yeah.
Large pulse. It's got one with a Gauss rifle. Just so many different choices. But they're all basically, in that low 2,000 to low 3,000 point cost.
Yeah.
So it is very expensive. And Nova Cat's not that far off. 2,500. But yeah, I like this as like a if you have the box set, you could buy this. I think you could put a lot of these mechs to use. You can, if you want to play something more beefy, you've got this. What am I missing? What else is in the Clan Invasion box sets? Gargoyle, Nova, Adder, Timberwolf, and there's something else I'm missing. I know there's the Elementals, but...
What is it, the Mistlinks?
Is it the Mistlinks? Might be the Mistlinks.
I can't remember which came in which box.
No, I don't remember either. No, it wasn't the Mistlinks.
I know the Gargoyle and the Timberwolf.
I got the box over there. I'll have to think about it. But anyway.
Anywho.
They're the only ones I care about, okay? So, that's all that matters.
But yeah, I'll definitely take advantage. They each have a particular role to fill, and they fill it well.
I'm kind of excited about the Cougar, I'm not going to lie. Two twin large pulse. Twin clan large pulse.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good thing. Well, anyway, that's that. We're done.
You know what I'm targeting first?
The Cougar. Cougar hunting. Sounds like Friday night. All right, so, Kevin, any closing thoughts?
I'd like to hear more about your Friday night.
My wife, she's upstairs. She's like, what are you talking about? I'm just kidding. So anyway, that's that. Guys, if you want to help out the channel, head on over to Patreon. You can check out all kinds of great stuff over there. Kevin has been busy at work on our Destiny stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe by the time this comes out, you'll be done with the infantry. Who knows?
Don't put that pressure on me.
Who knows? But that's all over on Patreon. Also, you get it on polls and all sorts of exciting stuff. All of our percolating ideas you can take part in. If you just want to help us out and not give us $1, then you can just click subscribe. What do you think about that, Kev? Sounds
very
good.
Easy to do.
And of course, check out Aries Games and Minis. All kinds of great stuff over there. Just got, I mentioned this before in one of our prior videos, got the Ill Clan source book. Been paging through that. Lots of great stuff in there. It gets me very excited. Very excited, Kevin. It's like the Vietnam War recreated in BattleTech land. It's crazy, like the level of detail, like every troop movement, like just everything.
This is what is the source book?
It's called Ill Clan.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what? In the next video, I'll get it and we can look at it.
Okay.
What do you think?
All right.
Before we dive into the next Inner Sphere lens. Which one should we do next?
Probably the Striker.
I think the Inner Sphere Striker lens. What's in there?
It's like a lot of the lights, right? That doesn't have like the Jenner, the Wolfhound.
Oh yes, all your favorites.
I don't like the Jenner. I like the Wolfhound. You know that's what I'm going for.
Yeah. You love those 35-tonners. The Panther looks great, by the way. You'll be thrilled with it. All right, well, guys, that's it. We're gonna get into the next one. So stick around. Keep an eye out for it. It'll probably drop not long after this one. But until then, happy wargaming.
Au revoir.
Have a good night.